YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right. So today we're back with a part 2 video that you guys requested. Just a handful of days ago. I did a 10 of the best gems in my entire collection, and I stated that these fragrances make me happy. They are, these fragrances can pretty much do whatever I need them to do, and they basically have a mandatory purpose in my collection. Again, not my top 10 for life, not nothing like that, but these just hold a significant spot because, one, they get the job done no matter what's going on, no matter the situation, and they're just go-tos. They're go-tos, especially if I get in one of those, type of vibes where I'm not really trying to put too much thought into my fragrance of the day. I just need something that's gonna work and, have it smelling good. And these are another 10 that will allow for that to happen. So we got part 1. I'll have that in the cards at the end of this video if you want to tap into part 1, but you are now vibing out to part 2. All right, so let's go ahead and tap in. All right, up first from the house of Zaharoff, man, it's just one of those ones from the very first time that I got my nose on it. One of the more underrated from the house of Zaharoff. We're talking Signature Royale X. Signature Royale X. And I love this stuff. I put this in the vein of, if you haven't smelled it, you want to kind of know where it lies. It's like a niche interpretation of Dior Homme Sport, that type of vibe, but with a lot much more going on, a bit more spicier. The juniper berry in here is just really vibrant. It gives this crisp element to the fragrance. The spices in here, it's just this really bold, versatile this is a masculine masterpiece. This is a job well done with this Royale X line. I love this stuff. So definitely for me, it has a bit of freshness associated to it. A lot of different layers going on with this that put it in the category of versatile, and it just works, and definitely a gem in my collection. I've had this for a little while now, and as you can see, with the large collection that I have, this is the one that gets a lot of play. Because why? It just gets the job done. Very versatile. Definitely a mandatory gem in my collection from the house of Zaharoff. We're talking Signature Royale X. Not to be confused with Triple X. That's a different ball game. But that one's good too. Up next, kind of switch up the pace a bit. Now, in the fall time, in the winter time, cooler months period, I love to wear this. I love to wear this to run errands. When I'm taking the boys to the barbershop, my sons, or doing shopping during the holidays. I just love this fragrance ever since I've gotten it, and it's been a go-to during the cooler months. A more versatile play for me in the cooler months. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, we're talking Uomo Signature. I'm a huge fan of this fragrance. Leather, coffee, just get a spray of that in the air real quick. Leather and coffee. There's some sweetness. That's you see the amber of vanilla. I think it's more of the ambery route that you get. That's playing off with that coffee and the leather here. It just smells so good. It just smells so good. I love this so much. I do have a backup bottle of this as well. And like I said, like last year, just different days of Christmas shopping. Here we go. I'm out here. It's cooler out. I got on my Nike sweatsuit, cap, sneakers, few sprays of this, and just in the air. It's so good. It's honestly, for a designer scent, you have a quick moment of some synthetic features here, but after that, it's really smooth. It's a very nice, smooth coffee, leather, ambery type of fragrance, or vanilla, one of the two, but it's really, really good. A must for me in the cooler months. Definitely something that I just enjoy wearing, and it's definitely a gem in my collection. Mandatory from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. we're talking Uomo Signature. And this one is getting a little bit harder to find, I believe. I think that the, I don't know if it's discontinued, but I know that I was looking for some places to get this and they didn't have any in stock. I know these were in a local, my local Burlington earlier in the year, and I grabbed a bottle and did a giveaway on that. But I do have me a backup bottle, 100 ml, because I really enjoy that. All right, up next, one that doesn't get talked about. This brand, this line gets talked about, but not this particular flanker. And this is where it all started. From the house of Narciso Rodriguez, we're talking for him, Bleu Noir, the EDT. The EDT. And honestly, this is probably my favorite over the EDP. Between the, because the parfum goes another direction, but the EDP and this, I prefer this. Why is that? It's just the fresher aspect of this fragrance with the spicy, woody, musky, just vetiver, spicy woods, a very nice musk. I just really appreciate it. And honestly, I wear this a lot more to the office, or I have worn it more to the office than the EDP. I really like the EDP. I think it's a nice switch up, a different pace compared to obviously the EDT, but I'm a sucker for that fresh element, and this definitely has it. Decent performer, I get around that 6 to 7 hours. I go 6 to 8 sprays, really no matter what, but around that 6 to 7 hour range, just kind of depends. I don't think I go nose blind to this because the skin sitting around that 7th hour, and that's fine. My regular work days are between 8 to 9 hours, I'm good to go, but normally 6 to 7 hours. This is an EDT, nice blend. The EDP gets all the love, but the EDT is good. And when I got the EDT, I said, oh boy, I'm really rocking with this one because of how fresh it is, especially in the opening. So this is definitely a gem, mandatory in my collection. Another fragrance that I don't have to think about to wear. I just know it's going to get the job done. I'm going to smell great. And affordable online. This is an affordable pickup for sure. From the house of Narciso Rodriguez, we have for him, Bleu Noir, for him, EDT. EDT, really like the bottles too. For him, Bleu Noir, EDT, really love the bottles. Up next, this is a great discovery of mine in 2024. One of the top from the house, one of my favorites for sure. From you guys heard me talk about this a lot. From the house of Creed, we're talking Himalaya. Creed Himalaya, my goodness. Fresh, clean, woodsy, sandalwood in here just makes it super smooth. There's some fresh green, spicy tones to this, a slight powdery nature, a lot of versatile features in this fragrance, and it is stellar. I was so blown away because I had never really experienced Himalaya until this year. And I was walking out of my local dealer, shout out to my good friend, Miss Heather. She was like, hey, I never really heard you talk about Himalaya. Have you gotten your nose on? I said, you know what, not really, let me check it out. Smelled it in the store, blown away. I barely made it home before I was searching online to find it for a really good price, and I was able to, and I ordered it that day. Experienced that day, was so connected to it and inspired by it in the same day, and I had it within that week, and it's definitely been one of my go-to fragrances. I just wore this a couple days ago for my son's birthday party, and it was fire. I just enjoyed it, and you can wear this pretty much all year round, but this is really good. A classic, classy, versatile scent. Huge fan. From the house of Creed, mandatory gem in my collection. We're talking Creed's Himalaya. And Creed has a lot of offerings that fit this description, and this is one of them for sure. Up next, this one, another flanker that just doesn't get a lot of love, but I personally do love it, and it's really good. This is where it all started yet again. The OGs, the originals never get the love like that once you get all the flankers out, but I'm here for this one for sure. From the house of Guerlain, we have L'Homme Ideal, the EDT. The EDT, take that base DNA, and as you can see, the dent don't lie. That base DNA with that almond, you get a bit of a leather in here. There's some fruity aspects like an orange in here. It's just so good. It's so good. It's a masculine, mature, everyday fragrance. That's what this is. I will wear it all year long. not necessarily in a high heat, but other than that, all year round. Great office scent, great going to handle your business scent. It definitely has a bit of an old school twinge to it. Nothing that's outdated and, not necessarily, I won't say it's like super modern, but it is something of high quality, distinction, just a very solid profile that has went on to have success in the EDP, the Extreme, the Intense. All of those are great. But this is where it started. I really enjoy this fragrance, as you can see. I've had it for a little while, but like I said, with my collection size, dents like this should definitely let you know something. It's just easy to wear for me. It's easy to wear for me, and it fits me. It fits my vibe, and I love the profile. Definitely a gem in my collection, and we'll continue to wear it as the bottle continues to go low. Maybe we would have to consider getting another bottle. We'll see. From the house of Guerlain, we have L'Homme Ideal EDT. Someone's asking, you consider getting another bottle? I thought you said it was a gem. Well, it is. But I also have the EDP, the L Extreme, and the Intense. And they're all in the same vein, but it's original, so we'll see. Great stuff for sure. Guerlain's L'Homme Ideal, the EDT. Up next, man, I love this stuff. Versatile, everyday wear, great for the warmer months, but you could definitely wear it in fall and winter, but great for the spring, great for the summer. This is super underrated, man. From the house of Tumi, we're talking Tumi's Atlas. The note of Florida grapefruit is in here, and you have these different representations of vetiver, musk. This is clean, this is fresh, but that grapefruit vetiver combo is killer, man. It's really, really good. I wore this on one of the hottest days of the summer, for this past summer, and man, just the way that the fragrance was reacting on my skin and on my clothes to this fragrance, I'll never forget it. It became a mainstay after experience what this could do in the high heat. I've tested it in the early fall. I've tested it in the office. I've tested it, and it's just I've tested it in a lot of different places, and it's a versatile monster. Performance is really good here. Just it's just really good. It's really good. Tumi has some underrated fragrances because they're an underrated house, but a true welcome gem to my collection, and I'm so glad to discover this. I really, really like it a lot, and I haven't had this bottle that long, but I definitely have a decent dent in it working, and it will continue to go down for sure. From the house of Tumi, we're talking Atlas, Tumi Atlas. As you can see, man, like I said, I got this bottle earlier this summer, and it was a main go-to for sure in the warmer months. But like I said, it's a versatile, very versatile fragrance for sure. All right. Up next, one of my favorite barbershops, unique barbershops in my entire collection. I gotta wear this again soon to the office, man. It's just a classic. From the house of Lalique, we have L'Insoumis. I always butcher that, the name of this fragrance, but Butcher Senior reporting for duty yet again. So, take your classic barbershop scent. The freshness, that foamy shaving cream presentation, but then you want to add a little bit of instead of like your traditional green touches, you get the basil aspect in here, and then you get this rum. There's this boozy rum filtered in. This makes this a unique barbershop scent. Now this one, I do believe, has been recently called to be discontinued. I know online that there are some 50 mLs that are floating around. I think on FragranceNet for sure. I'll look if I can find it. I'll link it for all my barbershop lovers. But I love this stuff. And just to think, I bought this, really wasn't vibing with it in the beginning. I put it at the back of my shelf. It literally started to collect dust. I was cleaning some things out one day. I saw it back there, and I just sprayed it on my skin. And it just like that, it's like my nose wasn't ready for this when I blind bought it. But when I got it later, I want to say it was almost a full year before I revisited this. And now I love it. The barbershop genre is one of my favorite genres in the fragrance space. And it's just my nose, I guess it needed time to get there, because now I love barbershop scents. Nishane's B612, several barbershop scents. that I love. Egypt by 8 and Bob. There's so many different ones, but this is a unique play on the DNA, and really because of what that basil and that rum do to the profile. It's stellar. It's really good performing too. For an EDT concentration, which I believe that's what this is. Yes, this is I'm talking about 8-9 hours plus that I get with this. Gotta wear this soon. I really enjoy it. Definitely a true gem in my collection. Could be a discontinued gem, but there are some bottles out there. From the house of Lalique, we have L'Insoumis. Butchering it for sure, but this is a really good fragrance for sure. All right, up next, love at first sniff. Vetiver was a note that I really got into in 2023. Hit huge on the Vetiver profiles. Really discovered a lot of them, and this is one that's just a Swiss Army knife. Really, anytime, any place, anywhere. From the house of Mancera, we're talking Vetiver Sensuel. Vetiver Sensuel. It's like this really soapy, clean vetiver here. Nothing super earthy. There's a bit of a dryness to it, but you do get this host of citrus love in here that really brightens up the scent and makes it just this sparkly, clean scent. That's what you get. The pink pepper in here definitely helps mold it to a really nice profile overall. But man, one of the more easier vetivers to wear. Let's get that in the air real quick. Pressurized atomizers from Mancera, of course. And yeah, fresh and clean, citrus, sparkle citruses, and this pink pepper note that just really shapes it and holds it together to be a very solid, do-it-all, everyday gem in my collection, and I'll always have it. This is just nothing to think about. It's along the lines of Dior Homme and those types of fragrances that just kind of really hold it down for what it is. And for what it is, it's really great for whatever you got going on. A true gem, mandatory in my collection. From the house of Mancera, we're talking Vetiver Sensuel. Vetiver Sensuel. And going off one Mancera to the next. This was my first niche experience. A real true love. I am more than halfway done with this bottle, and I'll always have this fragrance. Special place in my heart. I love this stuff. From the house of Mancera, once again, we're talking Cedrat Boise. Of course. Look at that. Probably one of the more dented bottles in my collection. Fruity, leathery, vanilla. It's been deemed to be in the same vein and do what the Eclat Aventus DNA does, and it does. It does. Does it smell like Eclat Aventus? No. But they are in the same exact vein. Any type of Aventus dupe that you, or inspired take, or the original, whatever. This is in the vein. What I really love about this is the opening. It's so good. It's so good. And then I love, like, once you get towards the dry down, how that leather and that vanilla really start to come out and play a bit. It's just classic. You can get a bottle of this for a great price, and it's just one that'll be in my collection forever. A true gem. I've had this bottle for about 3 years now, and you know, I'm going to empty this bottle at some point in 2025 because it deserves to be emptied. And I'm not really concerned about, oh bro, you got the screw on top, the new tops are magnetic, it's formulation. I'm not concerned with it, because having the DNA is having the DNA. No matter how long it lasts, I'm not really concerned with the performance. I just want to have it in my collection because it's that good. A true gem, mandatory. From the house of Mancera, we're talking Cedrat Boise. A lot of y'all love this stuff. A lot of y'all know about this stuff, but I'm a huge fan of it. Maybe you could tell by the dip in the bottle. All right. And last but not least of this part 2 of special gems, the best of the best gems in my personal collection. From the house of Brioni, we have Eclat EDP. Brioni Eclat EDP. Got this one towards the end of summer in 2023, I believe. And it's a beautiful, clean, rose, grapefruit, musky fragrance. Super effective for the office. This has some elegance to it, a classy nature to it. It's just really, really good. Brioni does an excellent job. The line in the house doesn't get enough love, but this right here is spectacular for what it provides. Like I said, love to wear this to the office. It just doesn't miss. Compliment magnet. I've been complimented from some people at the job when I wear this. Just simple, man, you smell good. What's that? You know, I tell them what it is. Some people are like, okay, Brioni, or some people like, never heard of it, but you smell good, bro. So compliment puller, compliment magnet. This stuff is really good. Again, rose, fellas, don't be afraid of it. There is a place for florals in our collections. I know my masculine gentlemen, I feel you, but look, I'm sure there comes a point in time where you're just taking it easy, and a floral effect to a fragrance could definitely be beneficial. And this is just one of those ones. Has this calming and relaxing vibe and nature to it, but it's fire. I really enjoy it, and it's definitely a gem. It's mandatory. From the house of Brioni, we have Brioni Eclat, the EDP. EDP. Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. All right, y'all. So there you have it. Part 2 of the best gems in my entire collection. Again, this could have been top 20. Well, I guess it is now because there's a 2-parter here. Top 30. I just have a lot of dependable fragrances, but these, and I'm not going to do a part 3 because I don't want to, you know, kind of disassemble what this is all about and true gems. And you know, it depends on how large your collection is, but in my collection, the 20 that I've discussed in the first video and this one, they're real deal, like anytime, any place, anywhere, get it done, no matter what's going on type of fragrances. Maybe only one leans a little bit towards the cooler months, but even still, I wear it on a spring day, no problem. No problem. But down below in the comments, let me know what are some more of your guys's gems in your collection. You consider them gems, essentials, mandatory fragrances in your collection. Not your top 10, not your top ones forever. Just those ones when you look at it, oh yeah, this gonna get it done. This gonna get it done. Let's get to it. What are those? Drop them down below in the comments for sure. All right. So next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we do it here on this channel, man. And remember, what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. That's for sure. All right. So y'all take care of yourselves. Peace, man. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Smell Good family. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the love. Y'all want a part 2? I delivered. Do you want a part 3? Let me know and we'll do it or not. Peace. Splugger.